It's time to get the latest on the green and gold as we go in the huddle. In the Huddle on the Woodward Radio Network. In the Huddle is brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. Now, here's Bill Scott and Green Bay tight end D.J. Williams.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome. Tanners in Kimberly. Final show of the season. And joining me tonight, the musical boy wonder.
Tragic. The
2010 Disney Spirit Award winner. Better known as my co-host, D.J. Williams.
Yeah.
We explained all that early on, but do it again. Give yourself a little props. Disney Award winner, your 2010. What was that for?
It was the award given to the most inspirational figure in college sports. And through my upbringing, once again, hats off to my mom. She pretty much deserved it. But it was a pretty neat deal. And I told you the cool part was the lifetime membership at Disney World. You get to go for free.
Yeah. So now, you people in here have pretty much gotten to know DJ. That's pretty fitting, isn't it, that award, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. Well, a tough way to go out.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Tragic.
I mean, unless you're the team that wins the Super Bowl,
it's always like that.
There's always disappointment.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very disappointing. First half went very well, and the second half just got a little bit out of hand. I felt like the offense were productive. Special teams, we had a little hiccup, and just had a little trouble on defense with number 7 on their football team, and that was our downfall. But I hate to sit here and say, we'll get him next year, because we really wanted it this year.
Yeah, I read a quote in a San Francisco newspaper online where Charles Woodson says that we didn't think he was as fast as he turned out to be.
Yeah, he was rolling.
Yeah. I don't know that I've seen anybody run away from somebody like he did.
That's just, they party crazy in San Francisco, and he's probably hit a couple lines of, gave him that extra boost.
Is that what that does?
I don't know. I don't know what it does, Bill. That was a trap.
I wasn't falling for it. I just laid it right back on you. So you cleaned out your locker on Sunday.
Gosh,
I always wonder about the cleaning out the locker thing, because if you're under contract for next season, why are you cleaning out your locker for? And then you got to bring everything back and load it back up again.
I didn't clean mine out.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're good to go. Yeah,
all right.
I didn't clean mine out. I just didn't have anyone to
you
put it.
could have cleaned it out.
They gave us trash bags, and everyone did, but I just left mine there.
Dirty underwear and old jocks and stuff like that. Yeah, clean that out.
Something like that. No, it's still there. It's still in there. Leave a little surprise for the maintenance crew when they really clean them.
Yeah. It's kind of like my boys, they leave a little surprise for their mother once in a while. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Can I give a shout out? Oh, look at this thing. Isn't this awesome? They made me. I know in my New Year's resolution was to kick back on drinking, cut back, and then I get this Jack Daniel's lamp. Isn't that awesome?
It's better than the...
My mom's going to be so excited.
Justin, I bet she is. She'll know what her son's been up to for the last year. Justin Hull, he said that is even better than the leg lamp in the Christmas Story.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is pretty sweet, man.
No, it's what he's saying. He said that's better than the leg lamp in the Christmas Story.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, hands down. Thank you, Tanners, for making that for me. That was very special. Close to my heart. I appreciate it.
So you had exit interviews today?
We did. We had the whole talk to your position coach, Jerry Fontenot, and he told me how the season went, asking me how I thought it went personally. Then we had that private time, and then we had the private time with the head coach, Mike McCarthy.
So what did he tell you?
I'll tell you everything. It was just he said, how do you think the year went? I think it went well. Progression from year 1 to year 2 was, promising. And I did say, I was hoping to be more productive in the offense, and I understand in order to do that, it's up to me, and I'm going to do everything in the offseason to make sure 84 is on the field more, making plays. And
how about with McCarthy, or was that with Mike?
He said, you took the words right out of my mouth, DJ. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. It's crazy.
Well, that's good for you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Now, we really don't know. There's a lot that's going to happen over the next month or so. We don't know if Finley's coming back. He's under contract for another year, but It'll be interesting to see if he really came on strong at the end. Probably the last 6-7 weeks he really played well. I mean, the drops disappeared, the comments in the media, the things he said for the first 10 weeks of the season, he pretty much that kind of just all disappeared. So he was more like a choir boy down the stretch and played pretty well.
Yeah.
Now, is the Packers have to decide is the last, do we have the player that played like the last 6 weeks, or do we have the player that played like and kind of was disruptive a little bit in the first 10 weeks? And you're wishing that it's the first 10 weeks because that means you'll be on the field more, right?
No, like I don't believe in, I don't like the opportunities that come from someone else. I believe in you have to make them yourself, and that comes with hard work. And this time of year is always tough because you start seeing people getting traded, you start seeing people getting cut, new people coming in. Like when I come back in April, I'm not going to know who's in my locker room. Hopefully I walk back in April. So, I mean, this is the crazy thing about this job. We're all under contract, but it always seems like a one-sided contract. And so
Isn't that the truth? I mean,
it is
it's all
the
over
truth.
the place.
It's just the way that it works in this business.
The
So
only thing you have is your signing bonus. When you sign your first contract or your next contract, whatever they give you for a bonus, that's the only thing that you're guaranteed.
That's about it. I don't even know why we sign a contract because we're not going to leave. We don't have the option to terminate it, but they can terminate us anytime they want.
Yeah, it's kind of like my business too.
Was that marriage? No, it's not like you don't have a choice to leave. I could see it being a lot like marriage.
Well, if you do leave, you're in trouble anyway. So
yeah, that's the way it works.
You're gonna have to cough up anyway.
Got to come back.
So, talk about the progress you think from season 1 to season 2.
I thought it was well. I was very happy with the performance that I did in camp starting the year off. That was my thing after the year. I wanted to come back and have a strong camp, and I felt like I did. And it sparked opportunities here and there for the season, and all I can hope for is to come back with a better camp and more opportunities pop up.
I just want to obviously thank you for sticking around to do this last show.
Yeah, of course.
Because everybody else but you and the show's #1 fan, Brandon Bostic, everybody else is gone already. I mean, they're basically out. And you and Brandon are going down to Arkansas as soon as the show's done.
Tonight,
You're going to drive 13 hours to get there. So
that's how we're rolling.
Drive safe.
He's driving first so I can have my drink. Yeah, what a friend.
There you go. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with more with DJ Williams, David Edward Jr. More after this on the Woodward Radio Network. And we are back at Tanner's Sports Bar and Grill in Kimberly. Transportation for our guests all season long. Brought to you by Elena's Classic Limousine Service. Personal professional service for all occasions. Call Lenny or Sue at 920-730-8297. Lenny didn't even have his family here tonight, and he's still getting big cheers. So, not a boy, Lenny.
And they do go anywhere. He offered to take me home to Arkansas. That's a long trip.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he is the man.
Lenny, you rock, man. You rock for a guy with kind of a dorky hat. Do they like that hat?
I like it too, Lenny.
All right. Packers fans going through withdrawal today, looking for somebody to blame, a scapegoat, so to speak. And the sacrificial lamb in Green Bay today is Dom Capers. You guys got to be probably pretty sad to see somebody, an individual, just taking the heat. I mean, I look at Dom Capers, and yes, the defense did pick a bad time to play their worst game of the season. Mm-hmm. Now, the 49ers, I think, had something to do with that, and so did Colin Kaepernick. But when you look at the numbers, and I know sometimes they say statistics are for losers, but when you look at the numbers, the defense from a year ago finished dead last. This year they finished 11th overall. So, in 1 year's time, drafting a bunch of new players in the secondary, playing a lot of new faces on that side of the football, that wasn't bad. Now, was it great? No. Did they struggle stopping the run from time to time? Yes. Mm-hmm. But is it one guy? Is Capers, should he be out the door after you lose to the 49ers?
That's not my call to make.
No, I know. I know. But I'm just, you guys got to be, it's got to kind of tear at you a little bit to see one guy taking the blame, because clearly, I mean, there were a lot of people that didn't show up on that field defensively like they had in previous games, just didn't play very well.
I mean, I know outside sources will say what they want to say, but just give you a little insight. Inside our locker room, we never point fingers at one specific coach, one specific player, because we understand, as an offense, if we do what we know we're capable of, we should almost get points on every possession. Defense, they should get stops and hold teams to field goals. Special teams need to make plays, not turnovers. And so, as a whole, we can't just put that on the defense or the person making the calls. We all hold ourselves accountable. And so, we lose as a team and win as a team, and that was the team loss. I'm not going to put it on one person.
Now, you know me. I think these people out here know me, and I think you know me too.
Yeah.
I like to ruffle feathers a little bit.
Yeah,
I like
you
to
do.
stir the pot, you know. I really thought that, and I know that last week was Donald Driver Appreciation Week here on the show. I understand that fully. But for the fans to go on their Facebook crusade to get some 45,000 likes so that Donald Driver can get activated for the game on special teams. Now, I don't know if that's why Mike McCarthy did it. I really don't know why Mike McCarthy did it. But to take such an accomplished special teams player as yourself inactive for the game so that Donald Driver can appear on like punt returns and kickoff coverage or something like that, it really doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
You just really make me use my degree in communications. I try to always give a politically
You had to be
correct
pretty
answer.
disappointed when you weren't active on Saturday night.
I was disappointed. I'm a competitor, and I love to compete, and I love to play in the biggest games at the biggest times. And Coach McCarthy always says, the 46 are up. And like I said, I trust my coach, and I believe you can go as far as your leader, and Mark McCarthy is our leader. And so I trust in him. And so when they picked the 46 to play, he says everyone in our organization needs to give those 46 players what they need to do, or get what they need in order to win the game. And so once I found out I was down, and then I was, looking to Jamaica, I was looking to Krabby, looking to Ryan, the tight end, saying, all right, if you need anything on sideline, let me know. If I'm watching, giving you pointers, letting you know what the defense is doing. Let me know. The people on defense, sideline, I'm making sure they're staying in the game, letting them know it's all right, we need to make a stop. We're going to win this game. So I play my role. If it's on playing the field or sitting on the sideline, whatever it may be, I'm always, whatever I can do to help the team, that's usually what I try to do. Now, does it hurt sitting there watching? It hurts like hell, but that's not my decision, so I make best with what I have.
What a guy you are.
I try to.
You'll be like Big Brother.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Obviously, it's a, Donald Driver, for all accounts, probably has played his last game for the Packers. He could decide to retire. He could decide to try to play another year and probably play that out, but there doesn't appear to be really any way unless he'd take even a further cut. Greg Jennings, unless they would franchise tag him, otherwise he's gone. He's not going to be back. So there's going to be a different makeup in the receiving corps next season. The emergence of Randall Cobb kind of took away the need, and that happens. That's the one thing about this business. You can always go find that opportunity someplace else, but in today's game, sometimes it's tough. Players would love to hang with one organization and play every game throughout their career. If all being equal, they'd love to do that. Sometimes you just don't get that chance.
Very true. And like I said, I always want to be a Packer, and if something happened in the future and I got traded, it would be a very tough time to leave. I've grown very close to the community, the people here, my radio show, and it's just the bad part about this business is that you never know who's going to be gone. I mean, it does suck, someone like Jennings, as good as he is, not knowing if he's going to be back or not. I mean, is Aaron coming back? You think he'll be back next year?
I think he'll be back, yeah.
I don't know. I had my meeting right before Graham Harrell had his meeting. He was in there a long time. I don't know.
You just need to hang out in the office in the hallway when Rodgers goes in. Does Rodgers even have to have an exit meeting?
Yeah, they had all theirs yesterday.
Oh,
so
okay.
They get theirs done first. But
why is that?
He
Favoritism?
He cleaned his locker out. You know what I mean? You never know in this business, Bill. I'm just kidding. He's
I
not going
pretty much
anywhere.
know that one there.
He better
but,
not go anywhere.
What's the number one thing on the field this season you're going to remember the most?
On the field, I'm going to remember the most. Without getting, okay, I'll just tell you the truth. All right, we were, come on, DJ, think. It was a road game, that's for sure. Oh, I think did we lose a road game? Which road game?
You lost one road game, I believe.
And that was
at Minnesota. Actually, you lost two road games because you lost at Minnesota.
Okay, yeah, it was Minnesota. The second one to get them into the playoffs is on kickoff return. Then I'm like kind of like in the back, close to the sideline, and there was this cheerleader who was, oh my gosh, I mean,
it always comes back to this, doesn't it?
It's like we kind of had that like moment, like I knew she wanted to say something, but she couldn't, and I couldn't either, because like, you know, all the coaches are looking, so I'm kind of peeking, looking at the coaches, peeking, and every time we peeked, it was at the same time, and so it just, who knows, maybe I'll make a trip to Minnesota this offseason. I don't know. She made me want to play hard. She did.
Well, you know, you do look quite dashing and quite slender in that number 84 jersey.
Yeah, you see how tight those pants are.
Yeah.
You get those,
Yeah.
She was looking.
But it only works for some. Like, for example, it doesn't work quite as well for B.J. Raji or Ryan Pickett. You know?
You know, some big dudes, man. That's a lot of junk in the trunk.
Any plans for the off season? You do a little vacation or anything like that?
Well, you know, like I said, after the show tonight, me and my buddy over here, Brandon Bostic, are off to Arkansas. He's going to stay down there with me for a little bit, get acquainted with Mr. Brett Billema, you know, and see what the plans are for the Hogs. I may take him to dinner and talk to him. I don't know.
Make him foot the bill.
Yep. Say what?
Make him pay for it.
I might. Who knows? We'll see how it goes.
Just say, do you know who I am?
It is Arkansas. I mean, that is my state. But we'll see. We'll talk about that at dinner. I'll take it like McDonald's or something. And then I'm going to get my passport, and I'm taking a trip somewhere. I don't know if it's going to be to Europe, Tahiti. I don't know. But I've never been out of the country, and that's something that I really want to do. You know, like I said, I got the Rosetta Stone. I'm ready to go.
Have you started that process, the passport process already?
I know it takes a while.
Yeah,
I do know, Bill, but
all right, we'll talk more about that.
We got ways around it
when we come back about where you might be going. Don't forget the language. You got to learn.
I'm on it.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back with more here at Tanner's and Kimberly after this on the Woodward Radio Network. And back we are here at Tanner's Sports Bar and Grill in Kimberly. Good to have you along, and the Huddle continues. And it's brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. Start of the Packers game delayed Saturday night because of the double overtime thriller in Denver. That game won by Baltimore. Did you know that the game was being delayed at all?
Yeah, we were made aware of the situation. We were watching the game on the field for the longest time, and it was a pretty intense game. I was happy with the outcomes because a guy who's put his, stamped his name on the Hall of Fame ballot, first round, whatever you want to call it, Ray Lewis, it'd be pretty cool to see him go the distance.
I think so. Yeah, a lot of people thought Ray Lewis. I mean, that it was going to be awesome that they were going to benefit from him coming back from injury. I mean, he missed 7 or 8 weeks and came back and thought that they would be able to ride that emotion in the opener, but then to go to Denver and do it again.
Yeah.
And I really thought that. And people kind of told me I was a little crazy when I said that Peyton Manning might be bothered by that cold weather a little bit.
It was cold.
But
cold.
He struggled with that.
I think that's the first time he wore gloves in a game. So, yeah, it was different.
Yeah, I mean, he's played his entire career in a dome for the most part.
Yeah, you should always hear Jeff when it started getting cold. Then he was like, why y'all guys got on all these sweats? I was like, we're practicing outside. He was like, y'all are crazy. What's going on right now? They didn't practice like that in Indy.
You know what? You guys practiced a lot more outside than, even though you have the Don Hudson Center.
Oh, yeah, I'm aware. Oh, yeah.
That's than previous coaches. I mean, once the weather, of course, having that field, really helps you a lot too, though.
It does. It's a heated field. Well, as heated as it can be. At the beginning of practice, it's always like walking on this wood right here. It's unbelievable, but it starts to wear it down a little bit and lets us practice in the elements, which
To the
gives us
point
an
when you're
advantage.
trying to warm up, you probably lay on the field and roll on it a little bit.
No, I don't do that. I try to stay as dry as possible. I'm like, don't touch me. It is what it is.
Ravens at New England for the AFC Championship. New England kind of did to Houston what they did the first time around. What do you like there?
I think the Patriots will win that football game. Tom Brady is a very good quarterback, but at the same time, just the emotions that the Ravens have with Ray Lewis, and they got a little momentum going for them right now. Where's the game at?
It'll be in New England, Foxborough.
I would think New England would take it, but I would love to see the Ravens win that game.
Yeah, it'd be fun to make a close game, so that it's at least appealing to watch.
Very true.
You
And
know.
they got an Arkansas guy on, 2 of them on the Patriots, and I don't want them to get a ring before I get a ring, so I'll probably be going for the Ravens.
That's understandable. Brady has won a record 17 playoff games.
It's impressive.
Now, and that's an NFL record.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is impressive. Shane Vereen, Stephen Ridley.
Who's that?
See, you're going to prove my point.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, those guys each combined for 4 touchdowns for New England.
Yeah.
Vereen is the running back. Actually, Ridley's a running back too, isn't he? These guys, I mean, that's what. Sometimes I think that's what the Packers do well.
Yeah.
Dwan Harris is a perfect example.
Hey, yeah.
You know, and that's what certainly Bill Belichick does well. He takes people that you've never heard of before, and gets them to produce in a big time way.
Yeah, I mean, does a great job, and I would like to comment on how well those players. Bill, to be honest, I really never ever pay attention to sports on TV unless I'm taking part of it. I mean, if it was like the Super Bowl game, or if I was gonna watch Jack Dawson save Rose in the Titanic, I'd probably watch the Titanic. That's such a good film. I've never really been the whole sports fanatic. I just play them because it's fun to play. But as far as watching, I've just never been a fan of it. Never have been.
You are. I don't want to say an odd duck because that's not. Because that's an insult.
I'm a little different. I understand. My mom tells me all the time I'm special.
No,
and I believe her.
I believe her.
Yeah.
There are other people that are like you that do that too, but it's a very small percentage. I mean, it is interesting that that you don't have the interest to watch all the other teams.
I really don't. I mean, it's just I don't know why I've been like that. Basketball, baseball, football. It's just not a thing of mine. I like going to games, but as far as watching it on TV, that's not my. That's not my deal.
If you were going to watch something on TV, what would you watch?
What would I watch on TV?
Yeah,
Oh,
a sport.
that's
No, I mean a sport.
Oh,
you know?
as a sport.
Yeah.
Have you seen like Olympic ping pong?
Yeah, I guess I've seen it.
Intense. I mean, it's unbelievable what they can do. I mean, we can run around, hit each other, throw a football, catch it. We've been doing that since we're like 2 years old. You know what I mean? But these people, I mean, that ping pong. You just YouTube some stuff on ping pong championships. It's pretty impressive. Very impressive.
You probably have to YouTube it.
Yeah.
'cause you
it
wouldn't
didn't
find
come on
anymore.
very often.
Yeah,
it
no,
doesn't.
not even in Olympics. I mean, in Olympics, you got to search hard for that stuff.
I like singing competitions on TV.
Singing competitions?
Like X Factor, The Voice. Not so much a fan of American Idol, but
Why not?
I don't know. I just never really latched onto it, but I may watch it this season. Who is it? Mariah Carey's on there.
Yeah.
Ah.
You're a big
was a smart
Celine
move.
Dion fan, aren't you?
Celine Dion is probably the best singer of all time, and maybe entertainer. She's awesome. She's my favorite. Yeah, we got some audio. I mean, I got her CD. She, her Because You Always Love Me. The piece she did in Titanic, in which she sang a song with R. Kelly. She's just all around. She's the woman. I want to go to Vegas and see her. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. NFC 49ers in Atlanta in the NFC Championship game. Did you see any of the Atlanta-Seattle game yesterday?
Actually, because Brandon came over. Brandon's usually at my place.
So he turns the TV on, forces you to watch
he
it.
He does turn the TV on,
Yeah.
and he watches, and then I try to change it, and he says, "What's wrong with you, man?" and so we end up watching it. It was crazy, but I was very happy that Atlanta won. I was really going for Atlanta. I thought Seattle had it sewed up, and then after that first play, I was like, okay, and then Tony Gonzalez, the perfect person to catch that pass before the field goal. Very happy for him going to his winning his first playoff game ever. So that was really cool to watch. I was happy for him.
Now, are you a timeout guy before the field goal, the game-winning field goal tried? If you're the coach, do you call timeout or don't you?
I'd do it.
Try to ice
Call
the kicker.
timeout. I mean, if you have 3 timeouts, I'd call
You
it.
hate to take timeouts with you and lose the game, right?
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, but it was crazy. He missed it. I think if he wouldn't have called timeout, he would have made it anyway because he was nonchalantly just kicking it to get a field. But it's all good. I'm glad they won that game.
Okay. You believe the Atlanta led by 20 in the fourth quarter, almost won. How about Russell Wilson, Andrew Luck, RG3? Who's your top rookie?
I guess you'd have to give it to Russell. I think so. I mean, this team had the best record. And dang, my phone's ringing. It's probably my mom. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Do you want to answer it?
I mean, no, it's Samson. You remember Samson Genus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's calling. I don't know what he's up to.
Yeah.
He was on the team last year. But
Probably wants to.
he's probably listening to the
He
show.
probably wants to say, I like Celine Dion too.
I doubt it. I highly doubt that, but it'd be pretty cool.
All right. Who do you like in the Super Bowl?
Who do I like in the Super Bowl? Oh, I guess I have to. I don't want to cheer for San Francisco. They're a really good team. Oh, I guess I have to go. I think New England's going to win, but I'm going for the Ravens.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. When are you back? How long do you get to play, and then when do you got to come back here?
We have to be back, I think, on the 16th. That's the option for people to come back if they want to work out. And I'll probably
16th of February.
April.
Oh, of April.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we get a nice little break, but you don't have to come back for that.
Yeah.
Veterans, they have their signing or their workout bonuses that they could take. If they don't want to work out, then they won't get their workout bonus. I remember A-Rod's workout bonus was like, if he decided to stay and work out, we'll give you an extra $500,000. I was like, good night. Are you kidding me? I'd gladly work out for $500,000.
So you don't have a workout bonus?
I don't have a workout bonus.
You need to fire your agent.
Is that what it is? Well, I got to step my game up. That's on me. That's all on me.
Well, your next contract, you need to get a workout bonus. I mean, even if it's only $10,000, you got to work out anyway, right?
You're right. I like looking good.
Yeah.
You might as well work out, get paid for it.
I mean, you're a physical specimen.
Yeah. I appreciate that, Bill. You're the man, Bill.
All right, DJ Williams, we're going to come back. You know what time it is?
Oh, yeah.
It is emails.
Granite Peak email segment.
There you go. That is coming up. Justin Hull will join us for that with our Granite Peak email segment. We'll announce the winner of that in our final segment as well. Back with more after this on the Woodward Radio Network. Back at Tanner's Sports Bar in Kimberly, brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. DJ Williams in the huddle. No snow in your backyard. Granite Peak has you covered. The cold weather has allowed Granite Peak to make several feet of snow on the entire mountain. Celebrate winter. Take advantage of great snow groomed to perfection all season long. Every Wednesday and Saturday night, enjoy $17 lift tickets from 4 to 9 p.m. And every Tuesday and Thursday night from 4 to 9 p.m., enjoy 2 lift tickets for the price of 1. For a complete detailed list of all the other daily specials, visit skigranitepeak.com. And before we get to our email segment, just again, a taste of what has been going on throughout this season. DJ, you just continue to bring your giving, your gift of giving.
Gift of giving?
You just gave away a flat screen color television.
Yeah. I hope it's a 2013. I hope it's colored.
That's unbelievable. I hope that the individual that just won that colored television will be able to watch that and see you score about a dozen touchdowns next season.
Yeah.
How's that?
For the Packers. There you go.
Yeah,
man,
I hope
Bill, you
for
are
the
just
Packers.
Man,
He's still under contract.
I'm going to call you if I'm ever down one day. Just talk to me, Bill. Very good.
Even Brandon Bostic is under contract now for next season, all right? So that's good. All right, that's good news. We got Brandon coming back here, too, our #1 fan. All right, let's go out. Time for our email segment, Justin Hull.
Yeah, Granite Peak email segment. First off, DJ, I mentioned that there was about 12 emails thanking you for coming on the show this year and people that really enjoyed, including your sister, Valerie.
Valerie, there she goes. Tell Valerie, I know you're listening. Love you. Thank you very much. She's probably mad that I'm giving away TVs and not giving one to her, but, I still love you. I appreciate it.
Well, this one kind of fits in here. First question coming from Mitch in Madison. After your 25-year Hall of Fame football career, Could you see yourself doing broadcasting someday since you did such a good job on this show?
I do. That's what I wanted. That's what I got my degree in. It'd be fun. And like I said, I wouldn't want to do the stereotypical thing. I would want to do something different that'll really involve the crowd. And actually, tonight, I would like to do a question from the audience tonight after this segment right here. But yeah, that's something I really want to do.
I'll give you one piece of advice.
Don't do that?
No. I think you'd be very good at it.
Yeah?
But you got to focus. You can't lose sight when you see the cheerleaders go by.
Jeez.
All right?
If I have a show, there will be cheerleaders on the show. Good stuff. All ages, even 80-year-old. You still got it. Probably not, but who knows?
All right, next question coming from Gary in Fond du Lac. This is for DJ and Bill.
Oh.
Your favorite moment from the show this year? What would you say is your favorite moment from the show?
Well, Bill, I don't know. It's probably, when I asked if he would think about being sponsored by Rogaine, or that was a good one. I think he still could do it. Or Gerber Baby, one of them, I don't know. One of the two.
Yeah, I don't, I know it was when our number one fan, Brandon Bostic, was on the show. That's one of my big memories. I thought we really had a fun show when A.J. Hawk was here.
Yeah, that was a good show.
I don't remember a lot of just individual little things, but there was, probably when DJ decided to open his wallet and give away $1,000 prize at one time, I thought that was like unbelievable. It wasn't a funny moment. It was just it was unbelievable. Right. And he's been doing that all season long, and subsequently the crowds have been getting bigger because of it. So,
Fair enough.
No, that's I think AJ's show was pretty good.
That was a good turnout. Yeah, that was awesome.
And subsequently it was a lot of fun because I think we poked a little more fun of each other. And
we did.
Yeah, we've done a little bit of that this year.
We've had a good year, Bill. Look, me and Bill are having a moment over here right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
See, I liked all the DJ stories, getting to know all the females from your past.
Jeez.
Well, when he does give his what are the websites that he goes to?
Match.com.
Yeah, Match.com. His Match.com stories are always hilarious. So
it's good stuff.
Yeah. Who was the kindergartner? Your kindergarten story when you were sitting around in a circle?
Her name was Rachel.
Rachel?
Uh-huh. Her name was Rachel.
Just
if you're trying to verify that story, her name was Rachel. Poor, mercy.
I got to admit, last week's show, when he talked about, when he was dog sitting, that was a pretty hilarious moment, too.
Oh, Chumley.
All right, we'll move along here. Jeremy and Combined Locks. With the flu going around, did you guys have any special measures you had to take last week to try to avoid things? A couple of guys were pretty sick.
I actually don't get sick. It's crazy. I don't know. The last time I was sick, I do remember it because I was dispensing stuff.
You were just like Chumley.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just like Chumley times 10. And that's when I was like 11 years old because that's the last. And then ever since then, I've never been sick. Like all my friends, I have strep throat or have the flu. I can hang out with them, drink after them, eat anything. I never get sick. So it's pretty cool.
I wouldn't recommend continuing that, no. Eating and drinking after somebody with the flu. But
it's cool. I think it's me being mixed. Something in my gene pool helped me with that. So it's a benefit of being a mulatto.
That kind of stuff you just don't get anywhere else either.
Tells it like it is. Yeah. One more?
Yeah.
Running quarterbacks such as Colin Kaepernick, Russell Wilson, and Cam Newton, is this a phase in the NFL or is this a trend? That one coming from Mark in Appleton.
What's the difference? Is it like something that's just going on right now?
Yeah.
I guess I think it's just happening right now. You look in the past, who's been successful? It's been those standing in the pocket, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady's, Peyton Manning's top quarterbacks, and I think that's still the formula to success.
All right, we'll come back and announce our winner from our email segment, the final Granite Peak email segment of the season. Back with more after this on the Woodward Radio Network. Then we are back at Tanner's Sports Bar in Kimberly. in the Huddle, brought to you by Mills Fleet Farm. We a go on that one, Bruce? Are we a go on that one? Bruce, you just take the mic up there. DJ wants to do a special question from
The audience. Yeah. Well, why not?
So we're going to take one of
That's
our
very
longtime
special guest.
fans, people that are here all the time.
This is Buck.
What's up,
Buck,
Buck?
what's your question?
Out of all the different teams you play, who has the best looking cheerleaders?
There's a man of your own kind right there.
Perfect guy to give. Okay, all right. Besides this Minnesota girl, I got to figure out her name. Oh, man. That is a tough question. Because I look a lot. Yeah, I do. I might have to give it to Houston. Yeah, that would definitely be it. There was this brunette, and I think you saw her on TV. Yeah, you probably for sure. She stood out, and they have like the long boots. I love a girl in boots. I don't know what it is about boots. It like it complements their legs. Oh man, it's nice. But yeah, the lady from Houston would definitely be my favorite cheerleader of the year. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you.
Did you hear what happened? Olivia Wilde.
No, but I bet you're
got
going to tell me.
Olivia Wilde got engaged.
Who's Olivia Wilde?
Come on, Bill. Oh my gosh. All right. Anyway.
Do you know who Olivia
She
Wilde
was
is?
what, Maxim's hottest 100 a couple years ago?
Yeah,
All
for
right.
sure.
Well,
And,
I'm
she's
married. I
still-
don't look
I'm
at that
married
stuff.
too.
I just.
Well, your
just-
marriage is in trouble
I'm up
then.
on things.
I just knew something was gonna happen. Like I was gonna just go off of A-Rod's tidal wave into L.A. and just hang out with his people, and maybe his people knew her people. And then now it's just, all I need is a chance, but now she's engaged. I'm not a home wrecker, so I can't do that. But if she does, but you know how Hollywood works. She'll probably be divorced in a couple years, and I'll be right
Exactly.
there waiting. That'll be good.
All right, who's our Granite Peak email winner?
Mitch in Madison, he had the question after your 25-year career,
Fair enough. Right on.
what are you going to do? So Mitch will be our final Granite Peak winner.
Congrats.
Another TV winner during the break, another flat screen TV. DJ Hannah. You know what the great thing about our number one fan is?
What's that?
He doesn't mind kind of being like a stock boy, you give away a TV, Brandon goes and gets it,
Brandon-
I hope you're compensating this guy well.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I was down after the game, and I wasn't sure how the audience was gonna be tonight. And the first thing Brandon came to me and said in the locker room is like, "What are you gonna do for the show?" I was like, "I don't know, man. The vibe just isn't right." He was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." He's like, "These people." The fans deserve a good show. I was like, you know what, Bostic, you're right. So we ran to Best Buy and just
I'll take one of these. I'll take one of these.
And like they say, do you want the insurance plan? I'm like, no, can you just give me this thing so I can put it in the car? And they said, do you want, satellite TV with it? I was like, look here, person, can I just buy this TV, please? It's crazy.
They are
They
like
try to sell you everything.
a million questions, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it worked out good. So, Bostic is a big fan of the giveaways. He thinks it's awesome. And, like I said, I want him to be a part of the show next year. That'd be pretty cool.
All right. I feel like he's a part of every show anyway,
He is a part of it.
because because he's a good guy and I love to let people know that he's here. So
Fair enough.
absolutely. I just want to, we don't get a chance to say thank you very much to the people throughout the year because we get to that final segment and everything goes so fast.
Yeah.
And so first of all, I want to say thanks to Bruce for hosting the show.
Oh, Bruce.
Great place here at Tanner's. He has opened himself up. This is the second show, although this show was here at Tanner's for years ago, for many, many years. Took a little break, and now it's back. So, really, Bruce and the staff, all the wait staff, the bartenders, everybody's done a great job. So give Bruce and everybody a hand here. Now, this is my final show.
Oh, Bill.
And I know people will cheer that loudly, but this is the completion of my 24th year
Yeah.
doing a show every Monday night throughout every football season. I started back in 1990. You were 2 years old when I started doing a talk show.
I was still the man.
You were still the
2 years
man.
old. Oh, yeah.
And my kids are getting older, and I'm starting to miss out on too many of their activities. So basically, I'm hanging it up,
Yep.
not retiring from radio, but retiring from the show. I'll still be around, and I just want to introduce my replacement, Justin Hull, sitting right next to us. See? I think you're going to do all right.
I think it'll be all right.
Who's going to have your job?
Brandon Boston.
Brandon Boston.
It could work out perfectly.
You were looking for a way to get Brandon in the show, so not only the #1 fan, but he's going to be in charge of the Granite Peak email segment as well.
That's part of the show.
Yeah, so good luck to you, and we obviously want you back. We hope everything works out well.
Yeah.
I know you want to come back, so obviously but we think that's a marriage made in heaven. It's this has been an absolute blast, and I want to thank you for your time, your generosity, your laughs. You're one of the most humorous guys I've ever seen. So
this makes me feel so special,
yeah.
man.
Well, you are special. You are special.
I told myself I wasn't going to cry. I did. I told myself I wasn't going to cry.
Here we go.
I'm not going to cry. I don't do all
Obviously, a big thank you to the fans. You folks come out every Monday night. Some of you are here every Monday, some every other Monday, but thank you. Dan Hohenberger, sales, John Leopold, he and Dan are here every other week. Thank you. Evan Stanek, our engineer here. Evan, thank you very much for a great job. Mike Steele, our other engineer, and Reggie Razoo, our producer back in the studios. It's been a great year. We'll see you again next season in the Huddle on the Woodward Radio Network.